Picked up a battery there to put in the truck as well. Anyway, it's Saturday, and yeah, threw the lid up there. I'm going to pull the plugs out of it and run a compression test and see what I got going on. I got some valve cover gaskets and a carburetor kit, so I'll rebuild that carburetor correctly. Instead of trying to fix that stuff, I'll go ahead and put a kit in it and adjust the valves on it. Well, it's Saturday out here still, and I've been negligent on my little update here. So carburetor, it's been all apart in the cleaner and, you know, rinsed out, and I'm reassembling now. I just put the throttle body on the bottom of it. But the leather cup deal, the new one, here's the old guy, and it's still real tight in the bore there. The new one, actually, which is right now just hanging over here, got some oil on it. When I got it and put it down inside the bore here, it was just sloppy. It didn't even come close to touching the sides. We're talking, oh, probably not quite an 1/8 inch of gap total. But what you do is you flare it out a little bit, and then you soak it in oil, and then it fits a little smoother, and the leather itself is much thinner. You know, this stuff here is just thick and nasty. The new stuff is very flexible, and you kind of flare it out on the edge, soak it in oil, and then it grabs the bore of this thing. And as you're plunging down, the pressure against the fuel actually flares it even tighter to the side, so it'll work great. Well, the car's been overhauled and reinstalled with the kit there. It's kind of a pain to adjust that accelerator pump, because neither of the pictures, of course it does multiple carbs, look just like mine. Mine look like half of each. But we think we got it figured out here, and you can see the accelerator pump in fact works now and appears to have the proper amount of pump here. It's supposed to be 15-30 seconds, and that's about what I've got. Took a combination of a couple of the pictures to get it to that, but anyway, I think we got it right. So I was going to fire it up and see how it runs. I'm going to throw that oil pot back on top there, and yeah, see if it'll start. Give this a good cleaning here once I'm through with all this business. One thing I have not hooked up yet is my vacuum advance, so I'd probably better do that. Vacuum up. There we go. Alright, anyway, we found, we were doing a compression check here. We had some compression here on the first one, but it would not stay, which means we're thinking we got a stuck valve, because the pressure would go up and then immediately down. Second one, we got no compression, and well, here's a reason right here. We've got the old lifter just kind of right here. So that's probably a reason that I wasn't getting any compression on this cylinder here on number 3. So we haven't got them all checked yet, but we did find an issue there. So that definitely is one reason this thing doesn't run great. So we're going to pull the other valve cover off and see what's going on that side. Well, here we go. We got the other valve cover off, and love these pretty logos here. But anyway, we found a little more issue here, or should I say a lot more issue, and I'm surprised this thing would even start and run. We got push rod here. We got another one popped out here. This number 6 cylinder back here. Actually, the exhaust is in place, but the intake is, in fact, fucked. Excuse my language. So, we're gonna need
It's a technical term, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's that high-performance spent one.
Yeah, that's what it is. This one's made to work around the corner. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to pound it straight and put it back in and just see if we can get this thing to run reasonably before I go out and buy another one. And yeah, isn't that cool? So that's definitely an issue. And what's been learned here is before you start up an old engine like this with mechanical lifters, you pop the valve covers and make sure all the valves are in fact loose and move up and down, because if they push open and get stuck and then you turn it over and the push rod falls out, you may end up with some of that action. Although truth be told, I did not know this was a mechanical lifter engine when I got it, so that's something I've learned along the way. And anyway, so I'll straighten this guy out, put this shit back together, and see if I get the valves loosened up, and see if it will run. Okay, so that one is number 2 intake. So number 2I has been adjusted reasonably, or at least it's back in. And I have to readjust them when it's hot, but I can't get it hot until I can make it run, right? So, what else is adjustable at this point? That one ain't loose, and this one's starting... Wait a minute. Oh, no. That one's tight. This one I've adjusted already, right? Number 3, or number 1 intake has been done. Where are we at here? None of those are really compressed. This one's compressed. So I can do number 3 exhaust, it looks like. I have not done number 3 exhaust yet. And up to this point, everything's been way tight for some reason. So... you had 12. Yeah, see, I can't even get that in there. 12 on the intake, 18 on exhaust. Okay, there we go. I'm getting better at the feel of those nuts. Okay, so there's 18. So, number 3 exhaust. 3E. Alright, and nothing else is ready at this point, so I'm going to give it a bump, fingers out of the way. Well, while trying to adjust these valves and bumping it, to get different ones up on the lobes and this and that, we noticed that these lifters that had fallen out, the valves are not returning as fast as the engine is rotating. So in fact there's slop, and a couple of these lifters have fallen back out already. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get those valves freed up. I just now finished, well, as good as I'm going to get it, straightening that bent lifter. Well, I just finished straightening, or trying to straighten this lifter here. And I'll put it here and we'll see it roll across. Hopefully I got enough contrast. Maybe. And I don't know if we were able to see that in the frame. I kind of think it's probably as good as I'm going to get it. I'm going to be looking for a new lifter.
Well,
Anyway.
my Saturday's pretty much come and gone. I'm gonna kind of through with it. I got the last push rod in down there, that bent one. They're pretty cheap. Availability is another story. Probably have to order the stuff, but it ain't expensive, so I will do that in the future, whatever I need. But I do want to get these valves freed up and get it running at some point. So yeah, I'll probably play with it a little bit tomorrow in the daylight. This light business at night here sucks, so I've had enough of this. Anyway, I shot a whole bunch of Marvel Mystery Oil down in there around the valve stems, and then down in the lifter holes as well, but mainly on the valve stems. Hopefully some of that will creep down in there and thin things out a bit. And then tomorrow I'm going to go through and adjust all these valves, you know, the way they are. I've been trying to bump it around, you know, to get one loose, one tight, blah blah blah. That's crap. I'm going to go ahead and put a wrench on the crank down there and turn it by hand so I can actually watch what's going on up here at the same time, rather than in and out of the truck with the key. That's just not the way to go. And go ahead and adjust these guys and see if I can get it to light up and run better than it did. And I kind of have an idea, if I can get those valves to free up so they return properly, that I may be successful. This thing sat for a long time, and that's what happened. So today wasn't a total loss. I learned some stuff, and maybe I'll throw something together here and put it up. But for tonight, yeah, I've had enough out here at the Beetle Barn for tonight. So thanks for watching.